Good evening and welcome to the special broadcast that we're bringing to you from Vijay Chowk right outside Parliament, and this is Mandate 2024. Even as the political parties, the primary political parties, the BJP's National Executive Day 2 meeting is on, already plans for 2024 are being kicked off. The Congress, of course, on a Bharat Jodo Yatra, but today, very significantly, apart from the resolutions that were adopted, the social and economic resolutions, the most important takeaway is the extension being given to BJP President JP Nadda for 1 more year till June 2024, which means that he will be leading his party into the next Lok Sabha election. Now, this is very, very significant. JP Nadda himself has asked all his party's leaders, while speaking yesterday on day 1, to work towards ensuring the BJP's victory in the 9 states that are headed to elections or scheduled to head to elections, and of course the schedule of Jammu and Kashmir not yet being announced. But very significantly, we have also seen Amit Shah come out to say that he is confident that the performance in 2024 of the BJP will be better than 2019 due to the contribution of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and JP Nadda. Listen in.
कई बार भूतकाल में भी इस प्रकार के अलग अलग मौकों के कारण राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष के कार्यकाल को एक्सटेंशन दिया गया। इसी परंपरा का अनुसरण करते हुए श्री जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को राष्ट्रीय कार्यकारिणी ने आज सर्वानुमत प्रस्ताव किया है। श्री राजनाथ सिंह जी ने इस प्रस्ताव को रखा और सभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सदस्यों ने इसको सहर्ष हर्ष ध्वनि के साथ सर्वानुमत से स्वीकार किया है कि जगत प्रकाश नड्डा जी को जून 2024 तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष के रूप में इनके कार्यकाल को बढ़ोतरी की जाए।
So what are the key takeaways from this National Executive meeting? One of the most important aspects is what Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman spoke about yesterday, about the negative politics of opposition political parties, because she has come out to say that whether it was Rafale, whether it was demonetization, or several such issues which the opposition ran negative campaigns against the government, ultimately when it was tested in the court of law, in the Supreme Court, all of these were found to be wrong, and therefore those negative campaigns have flopped. The second and the most important factor is the construction of the Ram temple that is in fact going to be inaugurated by next year, January 2024 in Ayodhya. That's something that also is a huge thumbs up as far as the government is concerned and the leadership of Prime Minister Modi is concerned, because this is an issue, as we all know, has been pending for decades. The third and the most important issue is governance of saturation and the politics surrounding it. Already we are seeing sharp retorts coming in from the Congress party on that. And let me quickly take that last point and the other factors across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt, who's been reporting from the National Executive meeting. Mohit, this entire politics of saturation is a catchphrase that has now, got entangled in politics. We're seeing reactions coming in from Jairam Ramesh, other leaders of the Congress party, because their allegation is that this is a government that is only good at giving taglines, but in terms of actual results or delivery of governance, that is not seen, is the charge coming in from opposition political parties. Quickly take us through the strategy of the BJP that has emerged in the National Executive meeting and also the political fight that is currently underway. Mohit.
Well, Madhav, first of all, I'll show you the visuals around here. What we are getting to know is that Prime Minister has completed his address, and any moment from now, Prime Minister will leave the National Executive. Today is the last day of the National Executive meet, and we know for a fact that how in every National Executive meet, a political and an economic resolution is passed. Now, yesterday, Nirmala Sitharaman talked about that what exactly were the main pointers of the political resolution, and in fact, she hit out at the opposition party, specifically the Congress party, saying that there has been a slander campaign by the opposition parties against Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They want to defame Prime Minister Narendra Modi. She talked about Rafale, she talked about Pegasus, she talked about demonetization, saying that all of these issues which are being raised by the opposition did not stand the scrutiny of the law, and the Supreme Court has given their verdict, and in the end the decisions that were being taken by the government were upheld. So a strong attack coming in by all the BJP leaders, because remember, remember, this national executive consists of around 300 to 350 top-notch leaders of the BJP, including all the chief ministers, state president and top-notch ministers. BJP President Prime Minister Narendra Modi said they all in one way condemn the statements that have been coming in by the opposition parties against Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the policies of the government. Now, talking about the economic resolution. When the press conference being addressed by Dharmendra Pradhan, he talked about that how India has come out of the COVID pandemic and how India has fought back in the fight against COVID, and what exactly were the steps that were being taken by the government.
What Dharmendra Pradhan exactly said, because while briefing he spoke about the achievements of the government. He also spoke about how, in fact, India has worked economically during this very difficult period of COVID. Also, of course, thanking the Prime Minister as far as the construction of the Ram Mandir is concerned. Listen to what Dharmendra Pradhan had to say.
अयोध्या में भव्य राम मंदिर निर्माण, जो लोग कभी हमको पूछते थे अयोध्या में राम मंदिर बनाएंगे लेकिन तिथि नहीं बनाएंगे, आज प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को कार्यकारिणी आभार प्रकट किया, मंदिर की तिथि भी घोषित कर दिया गया है, तो जल्द ही भव्य मंदिर देश को समर्पित हो जाएगा।
And on the first day, as we were discussing earlier, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also briefed on the negative politics campaign by opposition political parties, because she had come out to say that various issues, opposition had picked up issues to defame the government, but they did not really cut much ice when it came to the legalities, and certainly, of course, has failed at the doorstep of the Supreme Court. She cited various examples of Rafale. She cited the example of other issues like demonetization, money laundering cases by the Enforcement Directorate, and the Central Vista project to buttress her case. Listen into the Union Finance Minister.
So opposition हर बार पर्सनलाइज्ड कैंपेन और बेबुनियाद आरोप चलाते हुए आखिर जब मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक गया, उनके बात साफ सुथरा हुआ।
And let's go across to our guests who are joining us for more on this. With us is Dushyant Nagar. He's a political analyst, senior journalist. Mr. R.Rajagopalan is also with us. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us. Dushyant Nagar, सबसे पहले आपके पास इनका कहना है, बीजेपी का कहना है कि कहीं ना कहीं नेगेटिव कैंपेन रही है ऑपोजिशन की, और जहां तक लीगैलिटी की अगर हम बात करें, चाहे रफाल हो, चाहे डिमोनेटाइजेशन हो, चाहे सेंट्रल विस्टा हो, इन सारे इश्यूज पर जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गए और काफी पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स ने भी इस तरह के केसेस फाइल किए हैं, कोर्ट में कहीं भी कामयाबी असफलता नहीं मिली आपको, ऐसा क्यों?
देखिए, आपको जहां तक न्यायालय की बात कर रहे हैं, तो जो हमारे रिटायर्ड न्यायमूर्ति हैं और 3 अन्य बड़े जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज थे, 4 जजों ने देश के सामने आके कहा, देश को बताया, देश को एड्रेस किया, अपनी चिंताएं जाहिर की। तो जुडिशरी का जो हाल है उसमें मेरी कोई टिप्पणी बनती नहीं, देश और दुनिया पूरी तरह से जानती है। रही बात भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार की, तो एक फेरबदल पीछे बड़ा हो चुका है कैबिनेट में और दूसरा होने जा रहा है। तो प्रधानमंत्री जी भी जानते हैं उनकी सरकार अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर रही। अब नेशनल एग्जीक्यूटिव की मीटिंग है, तो एक माहौल बनाने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है, देश को फिर से भ्रम में डालने का प्रयास।
लेकिन गुड गवर्नेंस के ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड लेके जा रहे हैं लोगों के पास 2024 में।
कौन सा गुड गवर्नेंस है? आपने जावड़ेकर साहब, रविशंकर प्रसाद, वो कहाँ हैं? पता नहीं, नेपथ्य में चले गए। अभी सुनने में आ रहा है कि वित्त मंत्री महोदया तो बना रही हैं बजट, और कामत का और पारिक का।
There is no good governance, Mr. Rajagopal. That's his allegation. Your response to him. Your response to him.
दुष्यंत नागर साहब को एक चीज पता होना चाहिए, 2024 लिखा है
जी साहब,
बगल में पार्लियामेंट बन गया, पार्लियामेंट बन गया, गुड गवर्नेंस नहीं है, गुड गवर्नेंस नहीं है।
कांग्रेस के लोग जाएंगे, मोदी जी नहीं जाएंगे इसमें।
माधव, कांग्रेस इज डिवाइडेड on to 2 issues. They are unable to cope up with the speed of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Those who are going with Rahul Gandhi, they not know whether they are tomorrow they will be alive or day after tomorrow. This type of things are negative campaign within the Congress happening.
Right.
And moreover, Rahul Gandhi is unable to bring all the factions together.
Right.
Take for instance Rajasthan. What Dushyant Nagar will say?
क्या है राजस्थान?
राजस्थान में सचिन पायलट दोनों ठोक रहे हैं, अलग पेज लेके जा रहे हैं। And second thing, apart from that, राजस्थान
आपकी इंटरनल फाइट से इतनी ज्यादा है,
खत्म हो चुका है।
आप कैसे बीजेपी को चुनौती
2024 में आप देखिए
40 साल का अनुभव है इनका।
2014 से 19 बेटर था, 19 से 24 बेटर होने वाले हैं। कांग्रेस को 25 सीट भी नहीं आएगी, कांग्रेस 25 सीट भी नहीं आएगी।
सबसे जरूरी बात यह है, सबसे जरूरी बात है ये तो कि इस साल 10 चुनाव होंगे, 9 असेंबली इलेक्शन प्लस जम्मू कश्मीर। अगर कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत की जो बीजेपी के प्रयास है, अगर उससे बचना है कांग्रेस को, तो कांग्रेस को परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी देनी पड़ेगी इस बार। और राजस्थान जैसे स्टेट्स और छत्तीसगढ़ जैसे स्टेट्स में बहुत बड़े प्रश्न चिन्ह बने हुए हैं, ये तो आप भी कहेंगे। हाँ, ये कांग्रेस इंटरनल लड़ाई की बात करें, लेकिन कांग्रेस के लिए चुनौती साफ है, बहुत बड़ी चुनौती है।
छत्तीसगढ़ में टूटा है, मध्य प्रदेश में टूटा है, बिहार में टूटा है, इधर जोड़ा है, बताओ।
हाँ, भारत नहीं जुड़ा है, ये कहना है। जवाब दीजिए।
आपने तोड़ के सरकार बनाई, लोकतंत्र के मुंह पे तमाचा मारा। आपने लोगों को तोड़ा, पैसे के दम पे तोड़ा, लोकतंत्र के मुंह पे तमाचा मारा। आप कहते हैं कांग्रेस मुक्त करेंगे, अरे पैसा चल रहा है, पैसे का खेल चल रहा है, और ये पैसे का खेल माधव चलने वाला नहीं है।
Let me come to another point. Important point that has been made here is the politics or governance of saturation. Now, Congress is attacking that, Mr. Rajgopalan, saying that there is no governance of saturation. These are all just taglines. What do you have to say?
Why do you speak about that? Congress, where is Congress? It's on sadak mein hai. There is no Congress, which I saw.
It is the principal opposition party.
Shankar Dayal Sharma, P.V. Narasimha Rao, those days I covered Congress.
Right.
I have known Congress much well than Dushyant Nagar.
Right.
The Congress, there is no strength in that. Governance, yes, there is a governance. G20 is happening.
How?
G20 is happening in India. It is 150 countries are coming. यूपीए टाइम पर हुआ था क्या? 8 साल में सुना 8 साल में
हो नहीं था। मोदी जी की जगह अगर मनमोहन सिंह प्राइम मिनिस्टर होते तो होता है।
2G घोटाला किया,
देश को धोखा दे रहे हैं।
2G घोटाला किया, एकदम घोटाला।
न्यायाधीश महोदय ने कहा 5 बैठा रहा, सबूत लेके नहीं आया। ये सिर्फ झूठ बोलने का काम बंद करिए, देश को सच्चाई।
Okay, we'll have to leave it there. So the temperature, the mercury, Dushyant Nagar and Mr. Rajgopal, we'll have to end it there because we're out of time. But as the mercury dips to 1.8 in the national capital, it is a freezing evening. But the political temperature continues to remain high, as you can see with this entire debate that's currently underway. The political fight has truly begun. The trumpets have been blown. The mandate 2024 is what is going to be very clearly in focus over the next 16 months in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen, this evening.